All hail!
Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, commentator, MC, your all-around nice guy, your friendly neighborhood. You're very tired, Roman Empire. It is very early in the morning, and I've had a lot of struggles getting all this stuff to work. But I finally managed to get these things working as they should, and we're going to get right back to Monster Loves You, Episode 2, so we continue on our little journey for the monster I've dubbed Blurdo, because he's blue, he's kind of birdy, and he's got a turdish demeanor. Blurdo. So, first we're gonna I guess we're gonna politic with the monsters. Let's see what happens. Let's pick the holes. I don't know why, but let's pick that one. Don't make it weird. It wasn't like that. Your neighbor, the elder monster Elalia? That's a Elalia. I'm gonna say Elalia. Walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Elalia who? She's one of your next door neighbors, but she's much older than you. Months and months. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes. Okay. Your neighbor, the elder monster Elalia. Oh, I already read that part. It's a weird habit, because it goes back to the same statement, and I read it as if it's new, and I don't know why. Anyway, let's watch her. I'm not gonna creep on her, but either way, it's creepy. I'm either watching or following. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. They then go to her hovel and start smashing things. What's going on? Greedblitz stops tearing apart Elalia's dining room table and says she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to go release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. What happens when monsters dissolve themselves? Monsters who get to a certain age either settle into their personality and shape forever, or they let themselves become one with the slime from which they came. Their personality can have an effect on future generations of monsterlings. Okay. Join her in clearing out her hovel, run after Elalia, and thank her for her contribution. I'm gonna run after her. You're going to be remembered, Elalia, and we'll see a bit of you in every monsterling from now on. Elalia wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs. Yeah, let's give her a hug. You hug Elalia. She squishes. Her body is already starting to break down and dissolve. She breaks away, smiles one last time, and walks quickly toward the brood cave. You'll never see her again. Oh, this got real somber all of a sudden. What a way to open this. Why would we open on this? Who thought this was a good idea? Why would you open on the inevitable death of one of your monster neighbors? Oh, man. Alright, well, that was a bummer. Explore the whale mist. Hopefully that won't be nearly as sad. Sorry if the sound gets muffled every once in a while. I'm cleaning my nose. The allergies and the heat are just making me so stuffy. Let's go with the sword and the stone. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of the forest path. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. I'm gonna circle the pretty little house. There's a great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. I asked the wolf what happened. Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes. Even worse than knives, the wolf finishes, dying. Jesus, there's so much death. The first episode, nobody died. I mean, yes, there was risk of death. We saved some people from dying, but like nobody straight up died. 2 people have died already in this episode. Bow my head in respect. You're not sure if you're respecting the human capacity for killing of the wolf's perfectly timed last word, or the wolf's perfectly timed last word, excuse me. But before you can come to a decision, you've grown bored. I'm gonna take and eat the wolf carcass. You know, can't leave any bits of the bison unused, you know what I mean? You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home. An elder points out a sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and says it was good work. I could take credit for the woodcutter's surgical precision. No, I admit it was someone else who cut the wolf open. The elder is impressed with your honesty and says so. You open the gash and find stones inside the wolf. How odd. Okay. A little bit of Red Riding Hood thrown in there. It's cute. But there was a lot of death in the early goings of this episode. We're going to keep exploring. Got 12 days left. Got plenty we can do here. Big Gaping Maw. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoof prints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap! Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? Turn the trap against the deer! You walk into the cave and find Hamrag! Taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he's awakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing. Draw the deer closer. You shriek and crouch, readying your claws. Hamrag starts to wake up. Now go! The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap. You catch it by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You kill it with a single swipe of your claws. That'll teach it. 3 deaths! 3! Count them. 3. 1, 2, 3 deaths. And we're not even 10 minutes in, and 3 things have died. Hamrag stumbles out of the cave, half asleep but ready to fight. Give him some deer meat. Look at that. You mollify the huge monster with half the deer carcass. Hamrag says, "Hey, you can wake me up anytime if it's gonna be with a meal like that." Okay. Let's do a little more politicking. Let's choose this guy who's get off my lawn. It's the Screamalong sing-along. Everyone's screaming. Loudest monster wins. I'm a scream, sing, and scream, sing. You're totally gonna break some windows and eardrums, but why are all these monsterlings here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears. I'll sing quietly, using mostly stomach noises. Kindness maxed! Respect +5. You're hungry and brave. And hungry! You sing of this truth so well, all the other monsters are moved to tears. You don't win any prizes, but none of the monsterlings are hurt. Huzzah! Mind you, it'd take more than that to actually damage even a monsterling. Good lord, it is so hard to read and speak at... What time is it? Oh my god, it's 5 in the morning. Oh boy. Well, that's what happens when you spend like 2 hours trying to figure out how to fix your computer stuff. Let's go with explore the whale mists, and let's go with blood splotch. You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly, it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Perfect. Tear it apart. The elk charges, and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. Instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you into a tree. What the... The elk bounds away. It's unkillable! There's nothing that's unkillable. After it! You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream. Then you spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb. Head from body, antler from skull. Rawr! Look at all those bonuses! Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You are filled with a strange heat, but it soon fades. How bracing. Other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step as you return to RomeN. Look at that. Got 31% respect here so far. What is this? Oh, well, that isn't... Okay. That's the home screen. I didn't know that. Just... Things happen. Let's politic with some monsters. Let's go with digging a hole, since we already did another hole thing. Digging a hole. Doing another hole thing is not... Maybe that'll be the title. We'll see. We'll see. It's either something to do with a lot of death or doing another hole thing. You look over your garden. Garden? Garden! Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers. How's it looking? There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go. We'll just start digging. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shuffle Shuffle. Shovel Shuffle? Not all monsters pick good names. Just be glad you're not one of them. Okay. All this work is a lot harder than... Oh, I already read that part. Ah! Keep doing that to myself. Take a break. This is hard. You notice that several monsters have gathered to watch you. Get some help. You eye the other monsters warily. Some of them look curious, and none of them look like they enjoy manual labor. Trick some of them into helping you. A little bit of less honesty, but I'm clever. You act like you're having the most fun ever. Some of the younger monsters join in, intrigued by this new game. Work them until they start getting tired, then stop. Respect plus 10. Everyone had fun, though most of the monsters are feeling sore and don't think they want to play this game tomorrow. They wander off to rest. Okay. Let's explore the whale mist again. Let's do Snack. I'm gonna do Snack. You take the lead on a hunt in the whale mist, but you've become separated from the group. Suddenly, you catch sight of something. There! Where? Within the thicket. Rumor has it that an especially large, clever snake tricked Nash, biting her and made her sick for days, and it's right there, waiting, watching. You've beaten and eaten snakes before, trying to eat another. Call everyone and get out of here! Ah, I lost bravery, that's it. You call everyone. What do you mean, everyone? Everyone! Oh, everyone. You gather everyone and retreat back to RomeN. Nobody kills the snake. It may forever lurk in the paths of the forest. Okay. Wasn't my best moment. Politic. I gotta make up for that. Let's pick... Since I just fled, let's pick Fleaman. The top Fleaman. Apparently there was 2 Fleamans. The fast Sloth is tearing roofs off hovels. Elders and larger adults charge at it, but it beats them back with its deceptively slow arms. Get a closer look at the action. You watch from the shadows. The Sloth leaps from roof to roof like a huge demented monkey. It rips loose a big piece of corrugated metal. Bide your time, stay hidden. You realize you're the only monster left in the area. All the others are far away. Some out cold, some just huddled out of reach of those huge claws. Keep hiding. The best plan is not being seen. The Sloth's claws clip a power line. Black fluid spills out and its matted fur crackles with electricity, excuse me. The beast flees into the forest. Good riddance. Some monsters who didn't fight the Sloth came running up to you. They cheer you for driving the creature away. Split the difference. Take credit for distracting it so it hit the power lines. I lost a little bit of honesty, but that's fine. I got some respect. The crowd is soon joined by elders as they wake up after the fight. They say that you're something of a hero today. I'm getting... You know, my goal was to be the honest monster when I was in a vet, and then suddenly I've been getting a little more loose with the truth here. Let's explore the whale mist. Let's pick Laffy Man. A flock of geese are in the square. No honk, one can talk. Honk, above the din, honk. Nash screams. Last one to drive them away is the loser, and she's on that human scooter she found. Hunt down a cool secret weapon of my own. You run to Hamrag's hovel and steal, or borrow, the fox pelt to use as a doormat. Let's gear up! Plonking it on your head, you run towards the geese, growling and yipping. The geese swarm you. Uh-oh. You can think of 2 good options. Out-honk the geese, or Furry and Fear Unite attack. No, think fast. Out-honk the geese. Look at that! Cleverness max, respect plus 5. You honk so loudly, the geese think you to be the boss goose and follow you to the nearest pond. Nash accepts the loss and scoots off. Look at all that respect I'm building up. I got 6 days left. Let's politic. Let's go with, the other Fleaman. A small pack of elder monsters are huddled at the edge of RomeN, watching the woods and discussing something in hushed tones. Listening. Elder Hamrag is saying, this could simply be a rumor. We don't know they're out there for sure. Ask what's going on. Hamrag says, some of the younger monsters I get like 6 different voices for Hamrag going on. Some of the younger monsters have seen others in the whale mist. Monsters from no town we know of, thin and cold without food or shelter. Let's offer to host any homeless monsters. The elders are impressed by your unusual offer. They look at each other, then shift their conversation in the same direction. If the strange monsters come to RomeN now, they won't be met with violence. Okay. Let's explore the whale mist. Let's pick... Ooh-Face! We're gonna pick Ooh-Face! You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. Let's get involved in this buggy battle. As you reach for the bugs, Gobclaw holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Accept his timid advice and don't interfere. Oh boy. I got some respect, but I lost some bravery, it looks like. You hang back and watch the tiny fight. Gobclaws praises you for listening to her. Okay. Let's politic. Let's choose Who-Man Shadow. You hear Gritman telling younger monsters about the human that almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get you, he says. Now listen in. Always wait until the knife is pointing somewhere else, then run away. He turns to you and says, isn't that right? Explain to the youngsters that a human knife is always dangerous. You calmly expand on Gritmitten's tale, sharing that you have learned about the frightening blades of the humans. The young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody's holding one. Okay. Let's explore. We got 3 days left. Let's pick, face. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream. As you're about to bite into it, it says, wait, I'm magic. I can grant you a wish. Dispute this spurious claim. All I wish for is something to eat. You snarl. The fish realizes what you mean as you bite into it. Okay, I was gonna debate it, but there's that too. Let's do some politicking. Clever face. Blitztree comes to you, flapping her winglets and clenching her claws. Moopsie Moral is looking for me. I overslept. I missed the hairy hare hunt. What's so bad about that? I was on the list for the hunt, says Blitztree, and those hairy hares are really fast. We have to collect enough of their feet every year so Omen Town has good luck. Ask Blitztree how many feet the hunt brought back without her. She yells, none! I was supposed to watch from above and show the other hunters where the hares were hiding. Bad luck for everyone then, except the hares. Blitztree flutters her winglets again. Especially for me, Moopsie's going to print a story about how I ruined everything for everyone. Okay. Blitztree comes to you, flapping her... Oh, wait. Okay. That was a long-winded explanation. Blitztree suddenly leaps to the top of a garbage can, spreads her winglets, and glides away. Weird. Just then, Moopsie Moral rolls into Portland Square, pen and pad grasped in her thin claws. Did you see Blitztree come through here? I want to make sure everyone knows the truth. Tell her Blitztree overslept. I mean, I gotta do the right thing. Moopsie laughs and prints a story. Your quote is an instant hit. Oh, because I said Blitztree. Some of the elders start calling Blitztree. At least no one will miss the next hairy hare hunt, right? That's unfortunate. I mean, snitches get stitches. I get that, but I was trying to be an honest monster. I thought that was the thing. Instead, I lost kindness. I didn't mean to be rude about it. Let's politic one more time. And I'm gonna choose. I'm drawn to this chicken leg. Gobclaws and you were arguing about what to have for lunch. She got to pick last time. Suddenly, your favorite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. The magpie chirps. Have either of you seen cornfield around here? Your stomach growls. It's tough, but help the bird. Through gritted teeth and a sheen of sweat, you coolly tell the bird where to find a human cornfield. After it flies off, Gobclaws asks, why'd you do that? Explain that one should help anyone who asks, so the favor might be passed along. She nods at you. Sage thought. Someday I might need help and that magpie could give it, but we still need to get a real meal. Okay. And now we got 0 days left. I'm going to explore the whale mist. Oh! You're growing old, my friend. Your body's very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Go see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood, and you'll either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happens to monsters who dissolve? Their bodies melt into spawning vat, where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels, as we learned just earlier. What happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. Like Hamrag. Okay. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? The spine doctor says there is a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. learn more about the treatment, dissolution. It's clever. I like the terms they use. The doctor says the treatment involves an extract taken from the tentacle ferns that grow in the whale mist. Oh boy, tentacles. It's got weird all of a sudden. That's easy. Go get a fern. Following the spine doctor's directions, you enter the whale mist in search of a tentacle fern. They're common in these woods. Pick a fern. You wade through a thicket of the sticky green coils. I love this music right now. Letting them brush against your hide until one latches firmly in place. That means it's ripe. You snip the fern with your claws. What's that sound? It's a little monsterling trying not to be noticed. Stop for a while. The little monsterling asks, "Why are you dripping so much slime?" You look behind you and see a trail of goopy fluids. I explain about dissolution. The young monsterling seems terrified at the thought of dissolving. She says, "It's not fair. Animals live much longer than we do, and humans longer still." Tell her it's natural for monsters and nothing to fear. Or tell her she's right to be upset. No, tell her it's natural. You remind her that it's a cycle of life and it's always been this way. We carry in us the remnants of thousands of monsters who came and went before us. She seems reassured. Explain about a sentence. You point back towards RomeN, and it's not over for everyone. If the other monsters respect you enough, you can live on as an elder to share your wisdom directly and help care for the monsterlings. She says, "I'd like to do that. Is that what you're gonna do?" Tell her you can't ascend once you take your medicine. You explain that you have a few more things to do, but then you're going back to the spawning vat. She nods, sadly, and leaves you to your task. You return to the spine doctor with the tentacle fern. She takes it from you. I change my mind and go home without it. The doctor smiles as you turn to leave. So you've accepted your fate. That's for the best. Nod to the doctor and go. A group of elders is waiting at the door for your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder. Whew, this got heavy all of a sudden. The elders of RomeN surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it'll hold blood and slime from many monsters. Be tested. Try to ascend to elder status. A masked elder comes forward. She says, "It's time to decide." All the elders growl and snarl. I watch. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. Was that blood or slime? You can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you. Go on. The masked elder asks, "Who has already decided the fate of this monster?" Wait. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. Wait. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claw." And look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the other. Okay. I pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows 2 monsters fighting. The masked elder says, "We will test your ferocity." Oh man, of all the things to be tested on, that's like the one thing I didn't work on. 2 large monsters seize you from behind. They growl and try to pull you apart. I don't know what my ferocity is. I got a 50% chance of victory if I fight them both. You struggle in the grasp of the 2 monsters, but they are implacable. Only when you have surrendered do they release you. For shame, mildness, failure! A few monsters hoot and snarl, but most of them watch you in silence. As the fire dies down, the masked elder gestures to the remaining stones. Oh, I see. Good, that's not my only test. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another injured monster. The masked elder says, "We will test your kindness." This I can handle. A huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. It's Nash Nash, or what's left of her. She's begun to dissolve like you, and her condition is far advanced. What's going to happen to her? The masked elder says, "We have decided that Nash Nash is too violent. There is a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. Regard Nash Nash's increasingly gelatinous body." The elder says, see her eyes? She still seethes with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her before the end. I console the dying Nash Nash. Nash Nash growls and lashes out at you. Your claws might be weak, but hers are the only part of her that are still strong. You bleed. I ignore the pain and speak soothing words to Nash Nash. You lean close, wincing slightly as she draws a new line of red on your hide and hold her tightly. Appreciatively, she ceases her struggles. The other elders nod in approval. Goodbye, Nash Nash. Oh, kinda got attached to that angry woman. The huge elder picks up the now unresisting Nash Nash and gently releases her into the spawning vat. And she's gone. Walk unsteadily to the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron. It's almost all slime. There might be one drop of blood in there. You don't think this is going to transform you into an elder. Okay. I drink the portentous infusion. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. You drink, and alas, you must dissolve now. You wade into the spawning vat. It's cool and green, and you feel the aches and pains of your body melting away along with your body. Your hide is absorbed by the surrounding slime, and tiny morsels swim closer to the new source of nourishment. Melt. Ah, relief. Your last thoughts begin to form even as your brain disintegrates. Remember the words and ideas that were dear to you. As your body unravels in the slime, you dream of speaking the truth when others lied. Your body's gone now. Your dream of honesty. There will come a generation of monsters who never lie. They will unite, and in good faith with each other, meet the humans as equals in the open, not in the shadows. No more hiding, no more need. And when that time comes, every monster with a voice will try to sound a little bit like you. Ah. The end. Dissolve into honesty. Ah, it's a shame I couldn't become an elder. My ferocity was way too low, but took my chances. Farewell, honest monster. Your essence will become part of all monsters from here until the end of time, for what it's worth. The end. I gotta say, this is a lot more poignant, as you see, we've got one of the endings here. A lot more poignant a game than I expected. Obviously, there's many different endings here you can get. I really like this game. I know it hasn't gotten a lot of love from the numbers, but I dig it. I think it's fun. It's obviously got a little bit something for the adults now and then, but it also could be something the kids could play. I just think it's charming. It's a charming game. I like it. I encourage you to check it out. Now that it's over, I don't think I'll play it again on the channel, even though there's other routes you can take and all that. But I'll probably play it again for myself. And I'll play something new soon enough when the next video comes out. We'll see what that happens to be. I got a plethora of options to choose from. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, though. But thank you guys for joining me, as always. I'll leave you with the usual messages. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Take care of your bodies, your minds, your spirits. Now more than ever, it is important to do that, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. And as usual, I'll leave you with wear a damn mask. Wash your damn hands. You know, do all the things necessary for the sake of other people, because right now there's not a lot being done on your behalf by those in charge. So you've got to take it into your own hands. So same bat time, same bat channel, maybe a different one, who knows. But I will see you right back here next time.